You may recall in the past we visited CJ's Seafood in D'Iberville, and then they moved to Ocean Springs on Highway 90, and then eventually they moved here to Lemoyne Boulevard. And now we have got new owners. Remember Cliff Lanson? He was the jolly old gentleman that we used to talk to, showed us all the great seafood that they had. Well, he retired, and it's taken over now by Reagan Oswald and her husband, Adam Lanson. So we wanted to come in and find out some of the great new things that they're doing here at CJ's Coastal Grill, still on Lemoyne Boulevard, same wonderful location. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Give us a little background, a little history for those who, I mean, I know it's been a couple of years since we've been out here, but give us a little background about CJ's.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, Mr. Cliff and his wife Jane started CJ's 10 years ago now, and when they were ready to retire and it was time for the next generation to take over, we stepped up, and we've been doing it for 2 years now at this location, and we have tried to make our own tweaks here and there while still trying to keep the values that they started the business on, such as homemade food, keeping the family involved, and a sense of community. It's like everybody knows everybody here, and we love that.
Oh, definitely, because times that I have come in here, it's all big family, and you get that family feeling when you do come in here, and you put a lot of that love into your cooking.
We try to, definitly, and I think it shows.
Oh, definitely. Now, here recently, you started serving breakfast here at
That's right.
CJ's, and a great breakfast menu that they do have. So we're going to talk about some of those here, and then we'll talk to Adam a little bit later on and find out about the great lunches that they do still have. Now, you no longer have the lunch buffet.
That's right, but we do have daily lunch specials that we hope can kind of take the place of that. And they're
very, very good. If you've never been out here, you are in for a treat. And one of the great things about it are the portions that they have when they do have their breakfast. So we're going to kind of go around the table here a little bit and show you some of the breakfast that you do have, starting with this big fella here. What is this?
Right, this is our best seller for breakfast. We like to call it the perfect breakfast plate. You get 2 eggs, however you'd like them, a choice between a biscuit or toast. And then here we have our home fries, which is like our take on hash browns, but you could also get grits in the place of that, sausage or bacon, and then of course with the perfect breakfast, you've got to have a pancake.
Pancake, I mean, that's a given down south there. I mean, any of this, I mean, that is truly a great Southern breakfast right there.
Right.
Now, we're going to move over to this one here. This is a biscuit. It's a heck of a biscuit. Tell us about this biscuit.
It is. We get some jaw-dropping when we bring this out to the table. Not everybody expects all of this, but if you are hungry, this is sure to fill you up for breakfast. It's our country fried steak, just like you'd get for lunch. This is actually a half a portion compared to lunch, but we hand tenderize and hand bread this fresh to order. It's on a biscuit with our sausage gravy or without if you'd prefer, and you get a side with that.
Oh, wonderful. Now, what about this right here? This looks real. I love omelets.
Right. This is our seafood omelet, and we also have a build-your-own omelet if seafood's not really for you, but this one is delicious. It's got our creamy shrimp sauce, which is a garlic cream sauce with shrimp, and we add in crab meat and cheddar cheese on the inside with a sprinkle of Old Bay.
Wow. And they've got some other great items. I mean, just looking at the menu, shrimp and grits, the 3-egg omelets I mentioned, you get a pancake stack, and a lot of great things that you can get a la carte. Now, this is just for breakfast. So we're going to show you some of the great lunches they have now here at CJ's Coastal Grill on Lemoyne Boulevard. Now, Adam Lanson is the youngest of 6 kids in the family, the youngest son of Cliff Lanson, who originally owned it. And I remember seeing you, that some of the other ones there, and you decided that you wanted to, when your dad decided to retire, that you wanted to keep the family tradition going.
Yeah, for sure. We've been in business for 10 years in different locations, so it would have been hard to kind of let it go to the wayside or sell it to somebody who didn't know anything about the food and stuff. And we take pride in all of our food, so yeah, it's special to me anyway. I don't know about anybody else. But
well, as Reagan said, we mentioned Reagan, it's a labor of love.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's a little tiresome and stressful sometimes, but it's definitely worth it. for us.
And
to,
Dad still comes up here and hangs out from time to time.
Oh yeah, every morning he's up here. Keeps
I
people
know
company.
Cliff. There's no way he could let it entirely go, because as you mentioned, I mean, it's a family thing. People know it's a family thing. They can come up here and feel so comfortable enjoying food. So as Reagan mentioned, you have added breakfast recently, which we showed some great breakfast items, but you still have your wonderful lunches, no longer have the buffet, but you got some great lunch items. So talk about, I mean, this is just 3 of several that you have
Oh
here.
yeah. Well, we still have all of our favorites like country fried steak, hamburger steak, stuff like that. But
Liver and onions.
Liver and onions, yeah. But these are our best sellers and some of my personal favorites. So we have our all-you-can-eat fish, catfish, river-raised catfish. It's super clean, super tasty. You can get that with French fries or potato salad, really any side, but it's all-you-can-eat fish. We have
$13.
$13.
All you can eat catfish for $13. I mean, you can get it to go if you want it to go. There's 7 pieces, and you still get a side.
Yeah.
So, and beyond that,
We have our half a crab meat po' boy with a cup of gumbo, and you can get that with or without cheese. And this recipe is special. It's been passed down generation to generation, and every generation changes it up a little bit. So we've got our little twist on it, but it's over 100-year-old recipe.
Wow.
So, and it's delicious. It's Old Biloxi style, so people know what I'm talking about.
oh yes.
And then we have our award-winning shrimp spaghetti, which we had went and competed in Taste of the Back Bay, and won hands down. It's delicious and a little.
And I can attest to it. I have had it, and it is tremendous. Some of the best shrimp spaghetti you could ever sink your teeth into, and you're very generous with the shrimp portions
Oh
in
yeah,
there.
and that goes for all of our plates. We don't want people leaving here hungry. So.
Oh, definitely not. I mean, we saw that from the breakfast that you have, and the times that I've eaten here, you always get a huge amount. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me unless you got a really hearty appetite that you'll end up having a to-go box to go with you.
You have a snack for later.
There you go. But looking here at some of the others, I mean, you have, just for starters, I mean, you got seafood bread, royal red shrimp, crab cake bites, and of course going back to the classics, barbecue royal reds, unreal.
Yeah, that's New Orleans style barbecue.
Yes, definitely. Hamburger steak, and there's so much more. So again, if you would tell us the hours that you're open here.
We're open Tuesday through Saturday for breakfast from 6:30 to 10, and then for lunch 11 to 3. And then we have lunch specials every day. Tuesday are chicken and dumplings. Wednesday is country fried pork chops. Thursday is our Dobe spaghetti, which you got to come check that out. And Friday are our fish and shrimp specials with baked beans and potato salad.
All right, CJ's Coastal Grill. They're located on Lemoyne Boulevard in the St. Martin area. You want some great food? Come to CJ's.